Test. What's up, everybody? Happy Sunday. I'm gonna turn off this dehydrator because it's making a bunch of noise and you can't see me. There I am. My wife got a bunch of peppers on sale. A bunch of jalapenos and Anaheim peppers, and she's dehydrating them. And the whole house smells like peppers, which I can't eat, but it smells pretty good actually. All right, what are we gonna do for Sunday dinner today? Besides just walk around in circles in my kitchen. All right, so I went to Sam's Club, not Costco. Oh, this lens looks dirty. There we are. Hey, yeah, so I went to Sam's Club, no, not Costco. And they had chuck roast. It was $5.18 a pound, which is not spectacular, but it's not the worst. And I got a couple packs. So this is 4.29 and 4.66. So essentially about 9 pounds of chuck roast. And I thought, and broccoli. And I thought I'd kind of make something like I did the other day for myself. I'm gonna take these chuck roasts and I'm gonna slice them as thin as I can across the grain, wherever I can. And I am going to grill them as hot and as fast as I can, just season it up and grill it. You know, if I just have mine with salt or maybe a little garlic powder or something. I was trying to think, okay, what else could you do if you're not trying to eat carnivore like clean? I'm like, well, or if you use cheese, get some provolone, maybe a little bit. It would be like a Philly cheesesteak style. I was thinking you could maybe use sour cream in it, like at the end. It'd be kind of like a stroganoff, or part of me is thinking like if you mix sour cream and cream cheese together, it made like a little sauce for it. Might be good too. I don't know. We'll see what I do. I'm always thinking weird stuff. So to start off, I need to slice 9 pounds of chuck thinly. Should I use my boning knife or my cake knife? Cake knife makes sense. Gustav! And no, I'm not cutting all the fat off of it. Did I just spit all over the meat? I'm gonna sharpen my knife. Oh yeah, that's much better. Alright, so I tried to do the best I could, slicing that as thin as possible. Big old bowl full of meat. Part of me is like, I should season it all in this bowl, but I'm like, I feel like if I do that, it's going to be hard to mix all this. Because something you don't know about me, I like filling bowls all the way to the top so I can't mix anything. And I always make a lot. Maybe I'll just make it a seasoning. I'll mix a bunch of seasonings and then put it on the meat when I'm cooking it. You know, if you're on a lion diet, obviously, I got my red mint salt that I smoked. Apple, still using apple. Use quite a bit of that. Still smells good. And I think what I'm gonna do is what I always do. Just add just a little bit of something. A little bit of garlic powder. And today, I think I'm going to put in some curry powder. A good amount. So I might be able to use this much seasoning for all this meat, in theory. But if you can tell, when I was cutting that meat, some of these pieces are just so nice and marbled with fattiness. There's some lean pieces. There's also some big chunks of fat, and in my family, some people like the fat and some people don't. And I'm just gonna cook it with the fat. And if you don't like the fat, get rid of the fat by giving it to me. reminds me, yesterday I went to the store and there was like a health show on, and they were talking about Mediterranean diets and their recommendation for diets, and their recommendation was to eat no processed foods. I'm like, yes. They said eat lean meats and lots of vegetables. Okay. I'm going to do opposite of that. Yeah, so this week has been my week off from working out, and I have to tell you, it has been one of the worst weeks I've had in a long time. I ended up getting a cold. We started on Friday. I'm like, it's Sunday now, but I was like, there's something in the back of my throat, and my kids got me sick. Just a little bit. I feel a little bit better today, but I don't like feeling run down. But yeah, not working out. Actually, I don't know what it was like exactly, but my wrist, like that I've saved, hurts quite a bit. I'm thinking maybe it's not cheese. Maybe it's actually carpal tunnel. But my shoulders have been killing me. I've had problems with these shoulders for years, and I was really hoping that like carnivore would help it. And it usually happens like right around the change of the spring, and I've had some on and off, but not working out I think has really exacerbated the problem, because I haven't been stretching or doing anything, and my shoulders have just been so tight and hurt, you know. Whew, yeah, hasn't been good. I'm actually looking forward to getting back into my garage gym and working out. And even last week at work, it was horrible. Besides all the stress of all the craziness that I had to deal with last week, which I can't share, but it was insane. Just drama and some of the craziest stuff you'd ever have to deal with, or stuff you never thought you'd have to deal with when you start a charity and have employees and stuff. Man, it was crazy. But I made it through it. But I didn't have pep in my step. I felt older again, and it's like I know I needed the rest, but man, it was a rough week. Like, do I want to rest again after another 6 weeks of working out? You know, we'll see. We'll see. I'm gonna heat up this grill and we'll get grilling. Oh, forgot about the broccoli. I feel like when I do like not completely carnivore meals, like I add stuff for my family, it's like always broccoli. A little bit of water. Just a little bit. Next recipe. To make this broccoli healthy, I'm going to add some Wagyu fat. How much? How much Wagyu? How much Wagyu fat? A little bit more. I'm going to take that and I'll let it come to a boil, and then maybe reduce just a little bit. I'm gonna clean off this broccoli and get ready. Can you see how dirty my sink is? Alrighty, I'm gonna let that steam here for a little bit, and then yeah, it's steamed up pretty good. I think I put too much water in there, but it'll be alright. I mean, I'm not eating it. I can't even taste it. I don't know if I put too much salt or not enough salt in there. We will see. I'm just gonna put it in the oven on warm. There's something else in the oven. What is that? Looks like there's a stock pot. I wonder how long that's been there. Let me investigate. There's a stock pot in the oven. How long has that been in there?
Too long.
There's stock in it?
There is.
How long has that been in there?
What day did my mom come over?
Friday? To watch the kids?
Yeah. No, yeah, Friday. So since Friday.
Hmm.
The problem is I have too much stock in the freezer, and I was going to see if she wanted to take it home, and I went back.
I investigated, but I don't think it mattered. Do you know what would have been better than water with that broccoli? Stock. It's like, this is not a bowl. This is a bowl. Well, battery died. So now it's on fire. Just kissed with some fire. Means that fat's rendering. I'm not sure what was on there before, but I'm not going to overcook this at all. Just get it done just perfect. But yeah, this would be way better on like a Blackstone grill, like a flat top. I mean, I was considering buying one yesterday, but how many different cooking options do I need? 1,000? But you can kind of tell when the flip. When you can see like the juice coming out from the other side. Pretty good idea. Pretty good sign that it's time to flip. I bet that's super fun, just watch a meat grill. ASMR. Me and my wife were able to go on a date on Friday night, and we went to an Asian buffet. It's super fancy. And I'm like, I can eat pretty clean here. They had sashimi. I ate a bunch of raw fish. And I'm like, it was so good. It was so good. Just plain old raw fish. And had some salmon and a bunch of different things. So it was a pretty good option. Part of me is like, could I eat raw beef? Let me try it. Tastes fine, but still weirds me out. It's funny if you just cook it just a little bit and it's raw, it doesn't bother me, but for some reason eating raw beef kind of weirds me out. I actually did food service training when I was younger, because I was a dishwasher, and you had to do it. Like, eat raw beef, you'll die. Well, we'll see. What's the date today? 19th, tomorrow's the 20th. I got 8 days. 8 days, so not this Monday, but next Monday will be my 1 year anniversary of the carnivore diet. That's insane. So check this out. I ended up putting all this stuff back on the grill because it's cold out here. And this last batch, I probably need one of those flat top grills. How do they do it on YouTube? If I get 1,000 likes on this video, I will go buy a flat top grill. So like this video so I can spend my money. I'm gonna be full before we eat it. It's good, but you know, chuck roast, you know, sometimes you get some that are pretty tender and other times that are not that bad, but I tried this the other day because I found a little chuck roast on sale and I'm like, oh, let me just try this instead, and it was so good. I actually bought a whole New York strip, cut that up from the same place I used to get my ribeyes from. But I had that one ribeye that I bought, the whole thing, it just didn't taste right, and I was like, well, let me try the New York. I was like, this is good. Very good. I've had a couple of them, and I'm like, not saying anything bad about ribeyes, but those New York strips, especially when you cut it yourself and you can leave all that fat on the end. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm really wondering if I should put some sour cream on it, just to have that like stroganoffy. When you live in a house with 10 people, there's like everyone has like their opinions of what they like and don't like, so I can't just do overarching stuff very often. But I'm trying to eat fairly clean carnivore, but then you're like, well, it's not clean because you add spices. Yeah, that's true. But almost a year in, I feel like I've earned a little bit here and there, but you know, I've said it before, you got to be careful what you think you've earned, but you also got to be careful what, you know, that you're just not punishing yourself for no reason. I put in so much hard work, blood, sweat, and tears. I do not want to mess this up. Let's disappoint the children. Like, it kind of smells in here. I was like, is that the broccoli? Ugh. Oh, it got really mushy. Yeah, I failed on the broccoli. But I did not put my heart into it. I'm sorry. All right, guys, let's eat dinner. I got a giant bowl of meat. So
Yeah? Okay.
I put some sour cream in this bowl, so it's quarter cup maybe, and then I'm gonna put some meat in it.
Sorry, I was trying to move it so that you need to set the camera down. There was space. I wasn't trying to take the meat away, I promise.
Mmm.
That looks really good.
I'm looking for the pieces with the fat. Is that about a pound? Not counting what I ate already. Do you want fat? Do you love fat?
Yeah.
There you go.
There's some fat, baby. Does that make your heart happy?
There you go. It's your kid.
Train them when they're young. God, thank you just so much for my family and just a good restful day, Lord. I pray for health in this family. And I hope you also help, I'm praying that you help us also just remember that kindness is free. Joy is free. Technically it was paid for with your blood, but yeah. Let's get all theological when we're hungry. All right, Lord, bless this time in Jesus' name. Amen. All right, guys. This is my poor man stroganoff. It might be a little bit more sour cream than I like. You're welcome. Yeah, that was a little bit more sour cream. This is like the breakfast of champions. Try it. Tastes like meat. With sour cream on it. It's not the most tender meat, but I try to slice it thin. I also got lazy. Say something. People are tired of me.
The slicing it thin helps. I think it makes it so it's less
I try to slice it
difficult to get through.
across the grain.
Yeah, it's really good. 2 thumbs up.
The broccoli I overcooked.
The broccoli's a little over, but it's not bad.
I would never know.
Hi. Say hi, Angel. Yeah, I love it.
Was your meat delicious, Ray? It's all gone.
You want more meat?
Yeah.
There's some meat. Do you want to eat your broccoli?
Eat my meat.
I'm telling you, it looks like I'm indoctrinating my children. Right, let's see where we're at. We tried to do this every night when I was doing my lion diet playlist, which I'll put at the end of this video,
Stop.
where we check how many subscribers we have. Let's see. 5,318. I think one less than a week ago. Yeah.
I like your slow clap face.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like our channel is slowed down. I don't know what's going on. Maybe people just don't like carnivore diets anymore. Who knows? But we'll keep pressing on. All right. Tell everyone bye.
Bye. Bye.
Kill me out.
Kill me out.
See ya.
See ya.
Nice to meet you.
See ya.